to Just Crafting Around. I'm Kelly and I'll be your host. Today we are going to be working with some horseshoes. This was the horseshoe that I started to make. B. Odie had given me a couple of them because we wanted to do some different crafts with them. What I did here was I purchased this from Hobby Lobby. I like this skull. These here things I also purchased from Hobby Lobby. You can get these to actually make jewelry with. So I found a cowboy hat, I found a pistol, and then I had some people that had guns actually go out and shoot so that I would have an empty casing in order to hang on here. These here were pictures of B's horses, B and Larry Odie's horses. So what I did was B had these pictures. I took the pictures and I used the transparency. So I took the pictures, I cropped them, I wrapped them around here, and then I decided that I didn't like the way the paper wrapped around, so I wanted to use fabric. So what I did was I bought some plain white fabric. Actually, I bought dishcloths, and I took it and I used the transparency and I ran it through our inkjet printer, the transparency. I took it, I cut it out, and then I put it on the fabric, and then I wrapped the fabric around and used the fabric glue to glue it. After that, I took twine and I took the twine and I wrapped it around here, and I used hot glue to keep it into adhesive. What I did here was I used some of the jewelry jump rings, I believe they're called, and I put them together and I hot glued on the twine, and then I hung it from the twine. Here, being there was some deals that hung out here, I was able to take some old rusty wire and take the wire and wrap it around and use it to hang. Now that I have another horseshoe, we are going to do something a little different with that one. Okay, here we have a horseshoe. I cleaned the horseshoe because it was rusty, but I still like the rusty look of it. So I cleaned it off a bit. I drilled 2 holes here because we are going to hang this with wire and there's nothing to hold it on with. So I drilled 2 holes right up here. I pre-drilled them. I also have a picture of Larry Odie when he was in the service that I received from B. So we're going to use this. I didn't have to turn it around or anything because what I'm going to do with it is I found it O for Odie, and this is galvanized. What I'm going to do is I am going to take some fabric, and it says July 4th, born in the USA, land of the free, home of one nation under God. It says all kinds of things on here, and I really like this fabric. So we're going to cut it out. We're going to glue it to here. Then I have a set of his dog tags. I have a rusted cross that we're going to try to put on here, and I have a button that says United States Army. So we're going to work with this, and we are going to see how this one turns out. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I am going to work with the O. I'm going to take it, I'm going to unroll my fabric. I really love this fabric. Again, Hobby Lobby is where I found it. You can go to Hobby Lobby, Joann's Fabrics, any one of them if you want to use fabric. You could just take and paint this if you wanted to. You could paint it red, white, and blue. You can leave it galvanized if you want. I'm going to cover it in the dark blue fabric like this. So I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to draw it out, and then we're going to cut it out. Once we have it cut out, then we are going to use some of the Fabri-Tac, because we want to take it and adhesive onto the galvanized O for Odie. So we're going to find a spot here that I really like. And then I'm going to see if this pencil will work. And then we'll cut it out, and then we'll glue it. I am not sure if that glue is going to work. If that glue doesn't work, we're going to use some hot glue and we're going to tack it in certain places. What I'm looking to do is I am looking to put this on, and then we're going to drill a hole on each side. When we drill a hole on each side, what we're going to do then is I want to hang it in the middle like this, with hanging it in the middle and having Larry's picture in the middle here. So I will cut this out. I will be able to save the rest of the fabric for more projects. A lot of times when you go to buy fabric at this place, if you tell them what you're doing, you can get like 1/4 of a yard. ladies, I've come back several times to get several different pieces, and there are certain fabrics where they'll let you have a fourth of a yard. Some of them won't, because you have to have a certain amount, but generally you can have the fourth of a yard. So I'm going to cut the O out, and like I said, once I'm done with that, there are quite a few places that you can actually get fabric in Bismarck. Walmart has a really nice section of fabric where you can buy the fat quarters. They have some really nice fabric there as well. Hobby Lobby, Joann's Fabrics. A lot of times if you download their app, you can get coupons from those places, which is really nice. You can get sometimes, a lot of times they have just sales on their fabric alone, which is really nice.
Sign up for HD or DVR from Valley this month and receive 2 months free and free installation. Call us today at 437-2615. You don't want to miss out on this offer.
Okay, so now we are going to take some of the Fabri-Tac and we are going to put some on the sides here and up on top, and we're going to get it adjusted correctly before we do the rest of it. So we're going to do half, we're going to glue half of it, and the other half we're going to get it in place, and then we'll finish gluing. I think it's going to be better to lay it down like this because it is kind of fitsy already. Let it get good and tacky. And perfect. Now we're going to let that dry before we do the other part. This glue is very tacky, that's for sure. And again, like I said, we're just going to turn it over, let it dry, and then we can take off what we want to take off. I like the idea of having a little bit of the threads and stuff coming through. I think that looks kind of cool. Let it thread up a little bit because we don't want it to be too perfect. We just want it to look good. So we're going to let this dry while we work on another deal here. Let's see, how much do we have left here? We have about half of it to do. I think we're just going to put it on and let it all dry at one time, and then we're good. Then the mess is done. There we go. This stuff does not take long to dry. Once it's on and it's dried, it's dried. Okay. Now what I want to do is, I have a pin here, and with this pin, there's a screw that goes in there, but what I want to do is, I am going to take it and put it in the middle of the cross. So what I need to do is, I need to find a bit that's going to be as big as this because I want this to go through, and then take this and put it on the back of it. So I want to look for a bit, a drill bit that is as big as that. I think this will work just fine. If not, if this doesn't pull through, we'll just get a little bit bigger one. So, I really like this drill. This drill is so easy to use. You just pop this out, put in your drill bit, and you're ready to rock. So, we're going to look for the middle here, kind of eyeball where the middle is, and we are going to drill a hole. That looks about right. Shouldn't take much to drill. There we go. Now let's see if this is going to punch through. Oop, I need something a little bit bigger. Okay, we'll go with a little bit bigger drill bit. Go with the next size up. And give that a whirl.
Protect your investment with smart farm monitoring from Valley Telecommunications. Get video surveillance cameras for your home, shop, or barn. Sign up now and receive 5% off of Clear to Their cameras and 1 month free of off-site storage.
Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
Now we have the hole that is big enough for what we want to use this for. So we are going to take this button that says United States Army. I'm going to put it through here. So we are going to put this on. Once we have this on and it's fastened tight, then we are going to work on our horseshoe over here. This is bendable, the cross. But I think this looks really good on here. I do like this on here. I think this looks very, very good. You never know how a project is going to turn out because a lot of times you don't do these projects like this. So you're just never really too sure how a project is going to work out. Right now, this here is completed. I like it that it looks a little rugged. I like that it's not perfect. I like everything about that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the picture of Larry. I'm going to cut him out, and then we're going to place him within the oval of the O. Once we have it in there and it's the way we want it, we are then going to drill 2 holes on the side of the O so that we can take the twine and put that and hang the O from the middle of this. So we have this completed. Here's a picture of handsome Larry Odie, who served for our country. Put this in the middle. I like exactly how it shows up. I'm going to drill the 2 holes in the middle here now. I'm going to try to get them as close to each other as possible. Take the drill. It's just 2 small little holes. Don't need anything too big because I'm going to hang it with some really thin twine. I don't want the twine that's really heavy. I'm going to see about using the thinner twine just to hold this. So we're going to try to go in the middle of the O, which would be right here. Like I said, just remember safety first. Be wearing glasses, safety glasses.
Valley Telecommunications is pleased to announce that our Technology Solutions Center is fully stocked and open for business. We have a large selection to meet your wants and needs. Some of the items we currently carry are a variety of corded and cordless phones, different brands of tablets such as Kindle Fires and Apple iPads and all the accessories for them, Telekin computers, Epson and HP printers and ink cartridges, Apple iPods and accessories, office supplies, wireless keyboards and mice, cellular phones and accessories, different types of media storage, cameras, headphones, power strips and surge protectors, and much, much more. You can also get your very own Valley swag. Our prices are reasonable and comparable to any other retail store. If there is something that you want or need that we do not currently carry, please let us know so that we can check into it for you. We accept all major credit cards, cash or check. Please feel free to stop by our office and check out our new and improved store for all of your technology and day-to-day business needs.
Now that we've got our picture within our O for Odie, I'm going to cut off. I'm going to get some of the twine, and I'm going to use some of the thinner twine, and then we will be using some of the thicker twine to finish the project up here. So I'll get both the sizes the way I need them. And then we'll see how this is going to work. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I've not tried before. This is all kinds of trial and error for me. What I do like about this is these shoes have some holes that are within here anyway, and I'm just going to utilize those. Utilize the top ones here. I think that will work out perfect. Things to kind of match up a little bit. Again, don't have to be so crazy about it. I think that's not going to work going through the hole, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tie it over to the side. To get the same on both sides. So we're going to tie one, and we're going to tie kind of a loose knot in it, just in case we have to take it off, kind of look at it, and that does look pretty good. Tie it a little bit tighter. Can't work real well with bandages on my fingers. I'm going to loosen out just a little bit. Okay, take that off, and now we will try it on the same in the next one. The loop just about the same. And give it a try again. What's kind of nice about this is you have the loops, and all you have to do is go down like this. Oh, we're going to have to make this one just a little bit tighter. So we want it to go right in the middle, just like that. So we're going to tighten this loop over here a little bit more. And that should hang there. We should be set. So we'll tighten that up. Put it in the front because I want some of the twine to hang down. And once we hang it up, we'll take a look at it and see how much we want hanging down or how much we have to take off yet, kind of what we're going to do with that. Okay, so now we have it hanging like this. Now we're going to take across with this sign in there, and we're going to kind of decide where we want to hang that. Probably have it like right there, because we have to have room for the dog tags yet. So we're going to hang it right there. I'm also going to take, what's going to be nice is I'm going to take this and hang it up so that I can see what it looks like and see what we have to do with it a little bit. So we're going to take some wire. We're going to hang it up and see where we want to put things. We can always take it off and re-hang it again. I'm going to use some of this wire. It's a little bit thinner. It's quite easy to work with. So we're going to use some of the rusty thin wire. I'm going to wrap it around a couple times because we know that's going to be heavy. Put it through here. Do this once, and then we're going to wrap this around a few times here and get it just a little bit longer because we can always cut off the excess if we have any at all. So let's wrap this around. Pull this through. We want to give it a little bit of a give here. Wrap this until we think we have, until it's going to stay pretty tight. Cut some of this off. And let's wrap. I'm going to go hang this up now and see if I need to move anything down or move anything up anymore. Now we're going to take and hot glue our cross on there so that we know exactly where we want that to go. So we're going to take some hot glue. We're going to kind of see where our best place for it would be. Let's see, do we want it over here? Just kind of see where the room is at, where you think it should go. I like it right here, I think, because you can still let some of that hang down. Okay. We are going to take the cross with the United States Army on it, and we're going to hot glue it right here on the horseshoe. I'm going to kind of put it off to the side a little bit. Hot glue here, and I'm going to put this on. Then lastly, but last of all, we are going to put Larry's dog tag on. I'm going to let some of the strand come down here. We're going to apply the dog tags on here, and what we're going to do is we are going to use what we are using to hang them, the wire that we're using on here, and we're just going to push it through, and we're going to use that as our holding point for our dog tags. If we want them to be shorter, we can always shorten up the strand that they're hanging on. We'll check it out here and see if we need to shorten that up or if we need to make it longer. Longer would just be cutting off a different kind of a chain. Longer we can't make it, but we can turn around and actually redo. So we can have this with, if you're going, the reason why we had to use the twine, the thinner twine, was to be able to get the picture and stuff through, to get the holes and stuff notched out good. And there you have our horseshoes. We have a picture of Larry Odie in this horseshoe with his army picture in here. We have a cross that's attached to it, and then we have his dog tags that are hanging off to the side. So we have two different things that you can do with the horseshoes. If you'd like to be on the show, please call Lisa or Kelly at 437-2615. We would love to have you as a host. Again, thanks for joining Just Crafting Around.